Mario. Please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Yeah, cake! Good day, everyone, and welcome to Super Mario 64. And now we're going to get a little showcase of the pretty Nintendo 64 graphics. Hey, don't laugh, back in 1996, this was the epitome of awesome when it came to graphics. And by the way, I know the recording's not perfect. I had a lot of trouble just making this work. So be happy with what you got, folks, and don't complain about the recording too much, okay? I know it sucks, but it could be a lot worse. Just 5% less, and it would have been a catastrophe. So now we got basic instructions on how to move around and stuff. Thank you very much. Now Lucky 2 is going to come around to give us camera instructions, you know, since he's the cameraman and all, blah blah blah. There we go. Moving right along. Let's enter Peach's castle. And yeah, very nice welcoming committee here. Of course, it's Bowser, and Toad here is going to give us the rundown of what's happening. Peach has been kidnapped, the Power Stars from the castle have been stolen, and I gotta recover the Power Stars in order to progress deeper into the castle. Now, this is the only room that's unlocked, and it leads to the first world in this painting, which is Bob-Omb Battlefield. Star number 1, Big Bob-Omb on the summit. Obviously, we're going to be fighting a boss here, since it seems to be sort of a Mario tradition to always start us off with a boss nowadays. And there are a few shortcuts you can take. You can go in this, whatever it is, and be warped later on in the level. You can also long jump to gain some speed up this slope. And yes, I honestly think it's a bit faster than the long way around. Even though Mario doesn't really look to go all that fast, the distance you go through is quite a bit less doing that. And be careful of those steel balls here, and there's another warp you can take here, which leads to the summit itself. Now, this is the Big Bob-Omb, who looks a lot better in the DS version, I might add. And yeah, I'm not going to show you every line of dialogue in this game, since it's a platformer, and platformers aren't usually all about dialogue. Now, the first time I fought this bastard, I had a lot of trouble because I thought I had to toss it down the mountain. But whenever he's tossed down the mountain, he jetpacks back up using God knows what or something. And he says, "No, that's not fair. You gotta toss me on top of the mountain." But at 12, my English wasn't quite perfect. Come on! Grab it! Grab it! Grab that thing! Thank you! Jeesh! Man, I hope this isn't a sign of things to come, because if I'm struggling this much to pick up the King Bob-Omb, then I don't want to know what the 100 coin star for Rainbow Ride will be like. Okay, so yeah, he's been defeated, not very tough. The second and third time you throw him around, you just have to be careful to lose him, because he's going to spin around as fast as you do, so you gotta go over him, as I did just now while I was too busy talking. So, we got our first star, and a habit of mine when playing this game is that I like to knock down castle secret stars as soon as they become available to us. So, we're going to head to an old fan favorite, which is the Princess's Secret Slide. No, not that way. This way. The Princess's Secret Slide is basically that, just a small sliding level. It's about 20 seconds long. There are 2 stars to be grabbed here, one for just finishing the slide, and one for doing it in under 21 seconds. Of course, even the second one is fairly easy, and I'm not going to be taking any shortcuts here today. I just want to get to the end as fast as I can, which means I'm not going to try to die to do shortcuts. My personal record here is 13.1, and the world record that I know of is 12.3. So that means it's the only thing in the entire world where I can get within a second of the world record. 20.6, that's good enough for the star, and I grabbed it in quite a nice way. It's not that difficult to do it, but still fairly difficult to grab it as you're still sliding along. Most often, I'm just going to slide right past it and end up in the back wall due to the momentum. So now we gotta do it all over again, but this time I'm going to be grabbing the regular star. So now there's no real pressure for me to complete it in under 21 seconds, but I'm still going to give it a spin nonetheless, if only to show off a little. Not show off as much as I could by taking shortcuts and stuff, but still. There we go. Gotta be careful. That section is really tough if you're a beginner and you want to get the 21-second star. So, okay, the other star, of course, is in that yellow block over here. So let's make it... Come on! Let's make it appear. Thank you! And let's grab it and get out of here. Now, up next, now that we have 3 stars, there are going to be a few more areas in the castle where we can go to. One of them contains a castle secret star, and it's the room with the 3rd world in it, Jolly Roger Bay, but we're not going to go to Jolly Roger Bay quite yet. We're going to go to that course with the castle secret star. But first, I'm just going to show you, because if I don't show you, I'm going to get lots of comments telling me I forgot about this. You can go up there inside that little thing here and grab an extra life, and on the other side, you're going to see the exact same thing. Come on, get up there! Get up! Alright. And it's probably one of the easiest stars in the game, if not the easiest. You just swim around, grab 8 red coins, and get used to it, because we're going to have a lot of red coin grabbing in this LP. I remember how Chugga said the same thing in Sunshine, in his Sunshine LP, but admittedly, it's a lot worse in Sunshine than it is in 64. Truth be told. So the first 4 were up there in rings of coins, whereas the last 4 are down here on the floor. Okay, well, of course, not even I can make this interesting. Jesus! Because yeah, it's just basically that, swimming around. I promise you the later levels will be a lot more thrilling than that, though. So this is going to be our last one, and the star is going to appear in the middle, near the floor once again. So let's just go make a U-turn and grab the star, and afterwards we're going to return to Bob-Omb Battlefield. Since there are no other castle secret stars, we can do right now, since this isn't the DS version. The DS version at this point has Sunshine Isles, I believe, which is available. And there may be some other stuff that I'm forgetting, but I'm not playing the DS version. This is the N64 version, so we gotta make do with that. So, back to Bob-Omb Battlefield we go, and we're going to be doing star number 2, which is Foot Race with Koopa the Quick. Now, first things first, we're going to open up the cannon here, thank you. And cannons are illegal in this here race, but you can use warps as much as you want. Warps okay, but cannons and Koopa the Quick will tell you, "Hey, you dirty cheater, I don't fit into these things!" Well, maybe not that last part, but still, whatever. So let's get started. This is Koopa the Quick, which is much larger than your average Koopa Troopa. And yeah, there we go. And go! And as I said, warps are legal, so I'm going to take the exact same path I did in the first star. Now, a fun thing about this level in the DS version is that the first time you do this, you're probably going to have only Yoshi available, and Koopa the Quick only wants to race with Mario. So what you do is that there's a Mario cap somewhere in the level, you go grab it, and Yoshi takes the appearance of Mario, and then you can race Koopa the Quick as Mario, which is a good thing too, because Mario has the highest running speed of all the characters in that game. So we're going to take that other warp here, which is going to lead us straight to the top. I wonder how much of a lead I've opened up. 42.1. Not a bad time by any means. I'm just going to teabag him to taunt him a little. Come on! You're too slow! You're too slow! Guess I should be careful about what I say, though, because the second race against him is going to be a lot harder than that. And, oh, come on. He's not arriving yet! I'm starting to get tired of teabagging because he's so slow, and that is saying something. Come on. Okay, I thought I heard him come, so here we go. He's gonna... Ah! He's eating my face! He's eating my face! Help! Help! Okay, you know it's just the flaws of N64 graphics, so let's just grab the star and move on to the next mission, okay? Speaking of which, mission number 3 is... Remember when I said that star back in the swimming pool of sorts was the easiest one in the game? Well, this one just might top it. It's so easy that it was removed from the DS version and replaced with a silver star hunt. Not only because it's the easiest, but because it's highly redundant since you need to go up to that island for many other stars in this place. So what you want to do here, you want to aim up as high as you can while, of course, facing the island, and you're going to end up here. There is no danger of you overshooting or undershooting if you do this. It's the easiest way to get up there. And with that, star number 6 already, and we're just over 10 minutes into this game. Don't worry, though, it's going to slow down a lot once we're going to start collecting 100 coin stars. And let's go back to mission number 4. Find the 8 red coins. Now, this is exactly what it sounds like. It's time for our first collect-a-thon of the game, not counting that one in the aquarium. But that one was so easy, it might as well not count. So, red coin number 1 up here. We're going to head back to that island in the sky for red coin number 2. Therefore, making that last star, as I said, completely redundant. I'm going to shoot up the same way I did before. You can try and aim for the tree with the red coin on top of it, but there's always the danger of not aiming right and either overshooting or undershooting. Oh, there's a little glitch here when you go down the island. You have to turn the camera around a bit. And, okay, now this bad boy here, the chain chomp, we're going to have to face him later on. And for now, we're just going to take the red coin and run as fast as we can out of there. Okay, here we got 2 red coins. And the last 2 are over near that fence. One is just before it. You can go down here, grab the coin. There's a 1-up-2, and the switch opens those bars here, which are a shortcut back to near the beginning of the level. And the last red coin, we've already seen it several times before, is right here. So now the star is going to appear over there where the star shadow was. I don't remember how the game calls those star shadows, but I'm just going to call them star shadows from now on. So let's just go and grab our star. By the way, long jumping is faster than running around. Same in the galaxies. In Sunshine, it's a bit different, though. You want to constantly belly flop. That's the fastest way to move around. And now we're not going to do mission number 5, which is Mario Wings to the Sky. Instead, we're going to do number 6, which is Behind the Chain Chomp's Gate. The reason for that is because mission number 5, well, it doesn't require the wing cap, but it's a lot easier with the wing cap. So we're going to wait until we can have the wing cap to do mission number 5 and try. Alright, we got up on the pillar. Okay, I got 2 hits. If I can just nail the 3rd one, yeah! Well, I got hit once. I have had a few perfect fights against this thing, but they were few and far between it. As long as you don't struggle to get up that log there, you're going to be fine. So let's grab star number 8, and after that, well, we've done everything we could right now. That isn't made much easier by the wing cap anyway in the Bob-Omb Battlefield, so yeah, we can access the first Bowser level already, but we're not going to be going there for quite a while. Instead, next time on Super Mario 64, we are going to go to, oh my god, Throwback Galaxy! No, but seriously, this is its first original iteration, which is called Womp's Fortress. See you there.